afternoon, and thanks for watching News 3 Live at 4. Charlotte Deleste filling in for Susan Simon and practicing social distancing, safe in your bunker. How are you?
Yeah, still at day 5 in my undisclosed underground bunker, but we're doing what we can to help flatten that curve.
Absolutely.
So off we go. All right, well, first at 4, Madison police say a body of a man was found this afternoon in Lake Monona. Investigators don't expect foul play, but they are waiting for a decision made by the Dane County Medical Examiner. Police are not releasing the man's name at this time. At 12:45 this afternoon, someone reported the body to police after seeing it in the lake about 8 feet from the shore of Monona Terrace. We now have more than 3,000 cases of coronavirus in the state.
Our Amanda Quintana is here with what the numbers are showing us today. Amanda.
Of those more than 3,000 cases, more than 900 people need hospitalization. That's about 29% in Dane County. Now with 316 confirmed cases and 12 deaths, it looks like the numbers show a plateau in cases. Public health workers tell us they are cautiously optimistic. Now compare that to the graph of Milwaukee County with more than 1,300 cases and 51 deaths there. The numbers still showing a pretty steep rise. Data still shows the virus is disproportionately affecting the African American community. DHS says that's an issue experts are seeing across the state. Now there are more than 3,000 cases being reported, with 128 people dying from COVID-19. Today, Polk County reported its first case, and Brown and Grant counties reported their first deaths. Governor Evers is urging people to volunteer.
Our effort to build this volunteer network is one of the many proactive measures that we are taking to plan for that surge of acute cases that are projected to hit our healthcare systems in the coming weeks.
He's asking for volunteers for clinical and non-clinical support roles and licensed professionals like physicians, nurses, social workers, and respiratory therapists. DHS says with 20 active labs running tests, there's more capacity for tests than the number of tests are being done by providers. So leaders are expanding guidance for further testing.
Amanda, thank you. The U.S. is now closing in on 500,000 coronavirus cases, and the death toll is more than 16,000. New York is still the epicenter, with 777 deaths reported Thursday. But there is evidence that social distancing measures are helping flatten the curve there. Michael George reports from New York.
As the death rate from coronavirus continues to climb in New York, there are encouraging signs. The state's hospitalizations and ICU admissions are both down. Governor Cuomo says aggressive measures appear to have prevented the experts' worst-case prediction models from coming true.
The actual curve is much, much lower than any of them projected.
This temporary military hospital at New York's Javits Center has only a fraction of the patients it can hold, in part because hospitalizations have gone down. In New Jersey, where the rate of infection is slowing in some counties, the governor urged residents to continue social distancing, especially over the Easter holiday.
This cannot be a weekend to think we can let our foot off the gas. We're not even close, folks. We have to keep with it.
Pennsylvania now has around 20,000 cases. The White House is looking at Philadelphia as a possible new hotspot, with data showing African Americans are more at risk.
You look at all of the structural issues around all of these healthcare inequalities, all of these lower income jobs. It tends to impact individuals in neighborhoods of color a lot more than it does in other neighborhoods.
The virus continues to spread in the Midwest. A makeshift hospital at Detroit's Convention Center started accepting patients Friday. And in Wisconsin, the health department says it's monitoring potential coronavirus infections that may have occurred during Tuesday's election. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
New York's governor says he is talking with members of Congress about having the federal government set up a heroes compensation fund for health care and other frontline workers.
President Trump thanked Americans preparing to stay at home for Easter celebrations to help slow the spread of the coronavirus. The president said Friday it appears the death toll in the U.S. will be lower than projected and touted progress in some major cities. But task force officials still urge caution and say some areas must still prepare for a surge.
This is not the time to feel that since we have made such important advance in the sense of success of the mitigation, that we need to be pulling back at all.
While some White House advisors indicated they'd like to see the economy opened up next month, health experts have said widespread testing will be the key in returning to normal. Nearly 17 million people are now unemployed, and the impact shows. Tens of thousands are turning to food banks across the country. The president said he'll be setting up a second task force to work on opening up the country that will include business and doctors, and said he'll be announcing names on Tuesday.
Public health officials say there's been a spike in overdoses in the past few weeks. Safe Communities launched a 24/7 hotline a week ago and say while overdoses have increased, they are also receiving a greater number of calls from those reaching out for help. Jamie Perez spoke with them about what the conversation sounds like when people call that hotline and how they've been helping combat the issue.
So they launched that hotline about a week ago, but they've already helped dozens of people who have been reaching out for help. Now, the people at Safe Communities say that right now is an incredibly difficult time for anyone who is going through recovery or those who are currently using. But that is exactly why they created this 24/7 hotline. And their job now is to show compassion and understanding to anyone who calls and provide them with the resources that are available.
I certainly try and convey the fact that there is always hope. There's hope for everybody to reach recovery, whatever that recovery looks like for them. And when I get off the phone, I definitely say a little prayer for every person that I've talked to, that I've been able to convey that sense of hope to them, because there is hope for everyone.
Right now, the best thing we can do is check in on people who you think are using, people who are in recovery, and even people who seem like they're perfectly fine. That hotline is available 24/7. You will receive immediate coaching, immediate help. That number there is at the bottom of your screen, but it's also online at channel3000.com.
Jamie, thank you.
A week since the Small Business Administration opened its Paycheck Protection Program to applicants, the government is offering $349 billion in forgivable loans to small businesses. Evan Opsitz owns Butterfield Market, a New York City grocery and catering company. His family's run for 45 years. Opsitz is staring down a cold reality facing small business owners across the country with revenue sinking. How long can he keep afloat? The downturn couldn't have come at a worse time. He was in the midst of the biggest expansion in the company's history, a sister market around the corner that would have created 70 new jobs.
It's difficult to think that, that this might not happen, but I'm hopeful that it will.
Last Friday, the federal government tried to twist open the spigot on the Paycheck Protection Program, money to help small businesses cover payroll for 8 weeks. If the businesses retain their employees, the loan is forgiven. The cash comes from the federal treasury, but Americans have to apply through their banks.
The IRS is making it easier for Americans who did not file a tax return in 2018 or 2019 to receive federal stimulus money. A new web portal allows them to submit basic bank account information for direct deposits. The government says the first payments will go out next week. Amtrak is getting a boost from the feds. It will get a $1 billion to offset the loss of ticket revenue, which is used to pay employees. The funds will also help maintain service once the economy gets going again. Well, families celebrating Easter this Sunday can enjoy the sounds of opera star Andrea Bocelli from their homes. The Italian singer will perform at an empty Milan cathedral because hard-hit Italy is still under lockdown. The musical event will be available to all via live stream. It could be a messy Easter weekend for us here in southern Wisconsin. Chris is in the backyard weather patio with more. Hi, Chris.
Hello, Charlotte. Things will certainly be wet as we move into Easter weekend. We have sunshine out here right now, but the clouds are getting ready to stream in, folks, and that's going to be a sign of the changes that are set to come. Doppler track is free of any kind of rain or any snow right now, so that's certainly good news. Today was a much more quiet day after all the snow squalls that came through yesterday, and that's true for all of the upper Midwest. It's still a little bit breezy, but it's not windy like yesterday was. Sustained winds are substantially less. However, with the storm system coming in this weekend, not only are we looking at heavy rain and snow, but we're also looking at high winds, especially as we get you towards the end of that weekend. But the rest of this evening, folks, it'll be quiet. We're at 48 right now. Temperatures will begin to drop. We'll be at 41 by the time we get you towards 10 o'clock. But yes, we do have alert days in the forecast. We'll be breaking all of that down at about 4:30.
Right. Thank you, Chris.
Well, still to come at 4, a trip to the grocery store is still an essential activity. And Consumer Report shows us how to make it a safer trip at the same time. That's what Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Did you know 50% of your body weight rests in the middle while you sleep? That's why Sealy's exclusive Posturepedic technology reinforces the center where you need it most. But don't take my word for it. Come to Denver Mattress and see for yourself. Plus, get a free $200 Furniture Row gift certificate with the purchase of select Sealy hybrid mattress sets, and rest easy knowing every mattress comes with our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Sealy at Denver Mattress today, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar!
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
We want to assure you that News 3 Now is here for you to cover news quickly, clearly, and responsibly. We know you're turning to us for information you can trust about this ever-changing situation, and we don't take that lightly. We have been in this community a long time. We have a tradition of honest reporting, of providing facts, not fear. We're also here to give you hope and optimism. We'll get through this, and we'll do it together.
If you are thinking about giving a chick as an Easter gift, this might not be the year.
Yeah, these cuddly chicks are a springtime tradition for many people, but this year, the demand is much different. Wayne Meyer has run Long Island Poultry for 10 years. Meyer's selling about 500 chicks a week, and he's not the only one. Rent-A-Coop, with locations in Maryland and New Jersey, leases chickens and says it's had more business in the past month than all of last year. One family rented chickens through the company and says their decision is about more than just eggs.
To be truthful, these are probably the most expensive eggs that we'll ever have, because of the rental. But it is, I think it's really about the experience and just having something to do with the family that's outside.
Depending on the breed, it usually takes about 4 to 6 months for a chick to start laying eggs. So it's a fun hobby.
While the ongoing coronavirus pandemic has most of the country sheltering in place, the reality is people still need to eat.
But how can we protect ourselves at the grocery store and make sure our food is safe to eat? I talked to Dr. James Rogers with Consumer Reports to find out. First things first, can COVID-19 be transmitted from food?
All the information that we have so far from the World Health Organization, from the Centers for Disease Control, from the Food and Drug Administration indicate that COVID-19, the virus that causes COVID-19, cannot be transmitted from food.
But you should still practice good food safety.
Yes, so what Consumer Reports is urging consumers to do, because a number of them may not be used to being in the kitchen or used to cooking, that they revive and renew any food safety information that they have by consulting either the Consumer Reports website, the FDA and the USDA both have food safety tips there, and practice good food safety habits. Number one, you don't want to get sick right now because you may not be able to see a doctor because they're taking care of COVID-19 patients. Number two, the food safety practices, especially those where you cook your food at the proper temperatures and the proper time, would take care of the COVID-19 virus too. And so we are strongly urging people to practice good food safety habits, such as using a meat thermometer when they cook meat, separating their meat and their fresh fruits and veggies when they prepare them, using separate cutting boards to clean and sanitize the surfaces all the time. So they can prevent themselves from contracting a foodborne illness.
Let's talk about fruits and vegetables. Is eating raw food safe? Do you have to handle it differently?
We are suggesting that you handle the fruits and veggies the same way you would, irrespective of COVID-19 being on there, which means that when you bring them in, if it's lettuce, for instance, you take out the outer leaves, remove those and throw those away. If it's any other fruit and vegetable, you wash it in cold water. If it has a peel, you scrub it with one of those scrub brushes to clean the surface, and that you rinse with cold water and set them aside. There's no indication that we have an issue with COVID-19 in fresh fruits and veggies, and it's probably more important now to eat as healthy as possible, and that includes having fresh fruits and vegetables in your diet.
How about the food packaging? Can the virus live on that?
We have no data right now that it can. There is some information out there that can live on cardboard and plastics, but we have no information that suggests that even if it gets on there, that it can be transferred to people and actually make them sick. There's some people that are wiping down their food packaging with disinfectant wipes. So when I bring my groceries in, we just wipe the outside of the package with disinfectant wipes. But we have no concerns right now that that can happen.
How about takeout and delivery food? Is that safe?
Well, what we look at it as 3 different levels of risk. And probably the least riskiest is to actually have food delivered to your house, because you can maintain that social distancing and you don't have to have any interactions with the delivery people. The next one is probably having to go to the restaurant and pick up the food. And you know, we can do that. It's good to support our restaurants these days. We think the key is the social distancing. So when you go to pick up the food, you get in line, you make sure you maintain 6 feet or more. When you go into the restaurant to pick up your food, you don't go immediately to the counter. You wait till your food is there and you can get it. Use a credit card, tip by Cash App, use a Cash App. You have to use the little credit card machine, use a pen or a stylus. Bring your own pen so you can sign the receipt because you know where that's gone. Then bring it home, and we're recommending you take off the outer covering, throw it away, and then you can wipe down the containers if you see fit, transfer them to another container in your kitchen that you know is clean because you put it in the dishwasher. And my wife actually nukes it in the microwave for a little bit to heat it up. So that she's, you know.
You can't be too careful. You can't be too careful.
She's very, very careful. She's very careful.
All right, and wash your hands.
And wash your hands before you go in there, and wash your hands when you come back. In fact, if you have any of the hand sanitizer, I know they're hard to find, at least in my neighborhood they are. You can use those in between too.
All right, Doctor, thanks for being with us today.
Be careful and stay safe.
And still to come before, it's going to be a very different Easter Sunday. No in-person church services, no family gatherings. Even the Pope will celebrate by himself in St. Peter's Basilica. A look at Easter under a pandemic when Live at 4 continues.
Please join Madison Magazine, News 3 Now, and Channel 3000 in supporting local businesses. For a complete list of vendors, options, and hours of operation, go to MadisonMagazine.com. Thank you for supporting local businesses.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Spring is coming, and thunder is in the forecast. It's time to hit the woods, to call him in, and turn full strut into a filled tag. So before you hit the woods, gear up for the opener. Find your camo, your calls, and all your essentials at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Hercules. I have been expecting you.
Aha! And I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh! How nice. Of you. But also... rather... stupid. Mine. Mine! No, mine! No, mine! Mine!
Mine. Red Bull gives you wings.
Right now, staying in touch is more important than ever. So to help you stay connected during this unprecedented time, U.S. Cellular is waiving data overage charges. Now through May, no matter what plan you're on, you'll have the smartphone data you need and not be charged for any overages. That way, you can work from home, check the latest headlines, and stay in touch with family and friends without worrying about your bill. So even if you have to be apart, you can stay in touch. U.S. Cellular.
Take a look at this. The coronavirus lockdown is leaving many Britons ready to climb the walls in frustration, but runner John Griffin has put his pent-up energy to better use by climbing the height of Mount Everest up his staircase. It took Griffin 4 days to climb 41,000 steps at his 3-story house in West Sussex. That's equivalent to 29,035 feet that the world's highest mountain measures. Using a computer programmed by his neighbor to track his progress, the 53-year-old had an issue on day 3 when his knee began to hurt, but took his wife's advice to take frozen peas to it and managed to push on, finally reaching the summit after 29 hours of climbing.
I think some people are a little stir crazy.
Oh, yeah. Talk about stir crazy.
You can go up and down the stairs to the bunker.
At least he has the energy.
Up the stairs to the bunker, you can rack up some miles.
Yeah, I could. I don't know if we want to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough getting outside to get some steps in this weekend as well, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the case. We have multiple rain chances to track, along with the possibility of some accumulating snow throughout parts of Wisconsin as we go through the weekend. There's some dry hours, too, so hold on to that. But your full forecast is coming up next.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
News 3 Now News Director Sarah Gray and I had a digital meeting with Greater Madison Chamber of Commerce President Zach Brandon Thursday that I found illustrative and hopeful. From an editorial perspective, a number of things stood out. First, no surprise, Brandon is an uncommonly thoughtful leader, and he and the chamber are contributing big time to the respond and recover effort in the greater Madison region. His thoughts on the importance of investments in areas like Dane County's child care system and the need of businesses to accommodate social distancing when they ramp back up again struck me as smart and forward-thinking. Second, his description of the collaboration between the chamber and city and county government was reassuring and so different from the dysfunction we're seeing at the state level. Local leaders are talking to each other, sharing ideas, and embracing ways to get back to work safely. Madison again finds itself in a better position than many cities to recover from this crisis, proof that private-public partnership can work. Madison business leaders are doing just that, leading. We find that hopeful, and we'll take hope anywhere we can find it right now.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentix works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out. I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are feeling real relief with Cosentix. Cosentix is a different kind of targeted biologic. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis to help you look and feel better. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentix.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
Transform your home with new Champion siding. Enhance your curb appeal with new siding for a beautiful look that lasts a lifetime. We make the process easy. At Champion, we help you choose the best design options for your home. Our install team manages your project every step of the way, and it's all backed by our lifetime guarantee. Right now, get 25% off your entire siding project.
Oh, my experience with Champion has been fabulous. It was just amazing to see the difference in the house.
Call now for your free estimate or learn more at championsiding.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What a way to end the week. Of course, temperatures out there are a lot cooler than we've been over the past couple of days, but still feels better than yesterday without us being as windy as yesterday as well. Still plenty of sunshine out there, but you see those high clouds already starting to filter in. This is a sign of the things that are to come. Now, we're still under the northwest chilly flow moving on in, but here's some heavier cloud cover already starting to stream in from parts of southeastern Minnesota. What we're truly going to be watching, though, as we go into the weekend, it's going to be this storm system that we see developing across the northern Rockies. That's what's going to be the next impactor of our weather. I think I just made up a word there, but we'll roll with it. It's Friday. Let's keep going. Here's how we are looking at high-resolution Doppler right now. Notice things are quiet. We've seen a couple of snow showers across the UP, but that's all good. As you work your way back into south central Wisconsin and to the south and west, things continue to remain dry for us. We'll see more cloud cover moving in overnight. Winds will be coming out of the south, so we'll see those temperatures right around 36 for your overnight low. We see more cloud cover as we go into tomorrow. Temperatures are at 43 degrees by the time we get you towards 9:30 in the morning. So we're warming up quickly. We'll see those highs right around 58. Some areas might get close to 60, but with the clouds moving in along with the chance for some showers, that'll keep those temperatures a little bit cooler. The better shower chance will be across the south tomorrow afternoon. It's tomorrow night into Sunday that we start to see a little bit more widespread of a shower chance. Those truly begin to develop as we work your way into your Easter Sunday. We're watching a volatile setup across the country. To be point blank, the weather down south could be pretty dangerous as we head into Sunday, but whenever you have a severe weather outbreak towards the south, your low is to the north, and then Wisconsin is typically on the colder side of that low. With that, we're watching the chance for not only heavy rain, but the chance for some snow as well. Let's go ahead and show you how that begins to play out for us. This is Saturday night. You see the showers here. Those become a bit more widespread as we move into Sunday. Now, here we are on Sunday night. You're looking at rain from about Madison up towards Manitowoc, down through Platteville, and points towards the south and east. That snow is going to be north and west. North and west is where you're going to see the heaviest chance for some snow, but that continues to be even some of the trends that we've seen with the models. The further north and west you are, the more likely you are to see snow, which that's normal for this time of the year. But still, I expect all the state to get in at least a little bit of light snow on the back side of this as things begin to move out as we head into your Monday. With that being said, winter storm watches are in effect right now. Those go from the UP all the way back through parts of Iowa and into Nebraska. We will see how these begin to evolve as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. There's still plenty of time to figure out what happens with that. But nonetheless, we do have alert days in your forecast. For Sunday and Monday, still there'll be some dry hours as you go through your weekend. Early Saturday, that's the best chance to maybe enjoy something outdoors. It's later on Saturday that the rain really begins to pick up. Look for rain on Sunday, ending as snow on Monday. Then we dry out as we move into the week ahead. Temperatures, though, will stay well below normal. Wednesday, we'll see a high of 41. That begins a warming trend for us. Perhaps the mid-50s and upper 50s return by next weekend. For now, anyway.
Thank you. Well, it'll be a much different Easter this Sunday with social distancing and virtual worship replacing traditional church services.
Easter Sunday celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ. President Trump once hoped it would mark the resurrection of the U.S. economy and a return to work for many Americans.
I would say by Easter we'll have a recommendation, and maybe before Easter.
But as the number of those succumbing to COVID-19 continues to rise and social distancing guidelines remain firmly in place, churches will not be holding regular service this Sunday. Standing far apart and wearing face masks, these Texas pastors invited their congregation to worship online.
So we're doing what we are supposed to do, and we want you to see the streaming of your church, see the streaming of many of our churches. We'll be online, Facebook. We still will have resurrection service.
Some churches are offering drive-in services where parishioners can sit in their car and listen from the parking lot. But in certain states with strict stay-at-home orders, even that's not allowed. The governor of Nevada and officials in Southern California are banning drive-in worship, like this recent gathering in Wisconsin. Some congregants are refusing to abide by any social distancing guidelines. State troopers twice last Sunday had to break up services at this church in Georgia for not complying with the governor's order to keep people 6 feet apart. The church says it will be open again this Sunday.
In nome del Padre, del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo.
Pope Francis will be social distancing. The Vatican reports he'll celebrate Easter alone in St. Peter's Basilica. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
And Easter egg hunts for kids have also been upended.
Several cities and towns, though, have figured out ways to hold virtual Easter egg hunts.
And News 3 Now will air special Easter masses this Sunday at 6 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. That'll be right here on News 3 Now, and we'll be right back.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure, and trust your heart to Entresto.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
We've got the power.
The Power Centers of Madison. Our highly trained service department has the power to keep your equipment running like new. We service all makes and models, from minor tune-ups and maintenance to major overhauls. Our certified mechanics can get your equipment up and running quickly. If you like to fix it yourself, between the two stores, we have the parts you need. At the Power Centers of Madison.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Tonight at 5, it's been almost a month since students have been out of school due to the pandemic. We'll look at the trend in reports for child abuse since then tonight at 5.
Well, tomorrow will be a little milder. Rain late in the day will continue through Easter Sunday. A change to snow Sunday night could bring minor accumulation. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, how can you view Easter Sunday Mass during the Safer at Home order? We'll tell you. Plus, a local pharmacy offering pre-made Easter baskets to lift people's spirits. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
The coronavirus has brought tragedy to nearly every part of the world.
Yeah, Anthony Mason remembers some of the remarkable people who've been lost to the pandemic.
In 1970, Tom Dempsey of the New Orleans Saints attempted the impossible, a 63-yard field goal.
Here's the snap. The ball is down. Dempsey kicks. It's on the way.
I hit it sweet, Dempsey said, setting an NFL record that would stand for more than 4 decades. Born without most fingers on his right hand or toes on his right foot, Dempsey played 11 seasons in the league. His special shoe now in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Tom Dempsey was 73. Lee Fierro had just a few brief scenes in the 1975 film Jaws, but one was unforgettable.
Chief Brody?
Yes? The film was shot on the Massachusetts island of Martha's Vineyard, where Fierro worked for more than 40 years at the Island Theater Workshop, teaching well over 1,000 kids. Lee's mark on the island is indelible, the workshop's Kevin Ryan said. Lee Fierro was 91.
David Driscoll is a modern-day dream keeper.
Professor David Driscoll was a champion of African American art. Awarded the National Humanities Medal by President Clinton in 2000, Driscoll was an acclaimed artist himself. As a curator, collector, and professor at the University of Maryland, he pushed for black art to be seen as American art. David Driscoll was 88. Best-selling writer Patricia Bosworth wrote acclaimed biographies of Montgomery Clift, Marlon Brando, and Jane Fonda, and started as an actress herself, appearing on Broadway and opposite Audrey Hepburn in the 1959 film The Nun Story.
I'm not taking my vows. I'm leaving.
Patricia Bosworth was 86.
I've been playing at the El Chapultepec since January of 1980.
Freddie Rodriguez Sr. was the heart and soul of Denver's jazz scene, a regular at clubs like El Chapultepec, where he played up until last month. Son Freddie Jr. was one of his bandmates. His wife Fina, he met 75 years ago. Jazz, he said, is a projection of what you are. Freddie Rodriguez Sr. was 89. Nick Jesdanin was a deputy tech editor with the Associated Press. You might have seen him in AP's tech test videos.
You might still need your passcode during Halloween.
Jesdanin was an avid adventurer and ran marathons on every continent. He always helped his fellow runners if they were in distress, said his cousin, and he tirelessly helped young AP writers improve their pieces. Nick Jesdanin was 51. Frida Okran was a nurse educator and former head nurse at Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx, New York. As the coronavirus spread, she posted this picture on Facebook, writing, "I can't stay home. I'm a healthcare worker." 4 days later, she was admitted to the hospital. Joseph, her husband of 30 years, said they came from Ghana together and both became nurses. "She's my everything," he said, "my wife, friend, my advisor." Frida Okran was 50. Oliver Stokes Jr. was better known in New Orleans as Go DJ Black and Mild. He worked the clubs and brought New Orleans bounce music to his radio shows.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Another week, another rhythm and bounty. This yours truly, Go DJ Black and Mild.
A father of 4, Stokes coached football at a charter school. He would literally give you the last dollar in his pocket, his wife Cassandra says. He died 4 days shy of their second wedding anniversary. Oliver Stokes Jr. was 44. Anthony Mason, CBS News, New York.
Get red-hot savings with this week's Hy-Vee Hot Deals. Yoplait, just 37 cents each. Coke 8 and 12 packs. Buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 1 pack of Jumbo Muffins, get 1 free. And Hy-Vee Sugar, just 99 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Hey Wisconsin, it's tough times right now. Fearing's audio-video security normally focuses on providing technology solutions, but right now it's self-care.
Things like establishing a routine, getting outside every day, getting a good night's sleep, taking time for meditation or prayer, and just think about what you're grateful for. We can do this together. Visit unitedmadison.com/help. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
For over 80 years, Nissan has been with you through thick and thin. And now is no different. We're offering payment options for current owners. Our service departments are here to help. And now we're offering more help. No payments for 3 months, plus we'll cover your payments for up to 2 additional months. Or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models. This is help when you need it.
Save with these hot deals and more at Hy-Vee. Lay's, just $1.99. Breyer's ice cream, only $2.88. Buy 1 pack of cinnamon rolls, get 1 free. And Sugardale bone-in hams, just $1.28 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
A cooped-up California family built miniature versions of Target and Starbucks stores at home. For many people, trips to retail stores weren't just required, but also relaxing. With stay-at-home orders in place, many have had to skip their regular trips. This Bakersfield couple decided to build their favorites at home. The family built, painted, and stocked the play sets in just a couple of weeks. They say it's about maintaining a semblance of normalcy in an abnormal time.
Pretty clever.
Well, it is very clever. If you are looking to learn a new skill and stay active while maintaining social distancing, there are some local options.
Our Michael Bruno takes us behind the screens with Heidi Cassius and her dance group, Dance Fabulous.
If you are a person that loves to dance and you just want to move around because we're all going a little stir crazy at home, that's great. But if you are a dancer hoping to pursue this as a dance career or a musical theater career or something, you need to move every day. You know, use it or lose it is unfortunately true. And so myself and dance teachers all over the country, everybody's trying to do whatever they can to help people who kind of need to dance. I was already mid-semester for an Irish step dance class. And so those folks I'm videotaping lessons and sending to so they can just have class like they normally would, but at home. My drop-in classes I'm doing via Zoom right now. And just letting folks show up for free and do the best they can. It's been different, but it's been a lot of fun.
So are you doing these from your home or are you doing them from the studio?
Right now, I'm still able to do them from the studio. I let myself in, I lock the door behind me, and set up the computer, and away we go. And I think as more people get more comfortable with the online platform, we're going to see more people doing it. You know, one of the things that sort of intimidates people about going to dance classes in person is like, people are going to see me and they're going to judge me or they're whatever. You can join a Zoom class and keep your camera turned off. No one will ever see you. You can just follow along. And, you know, so that takes that factor away for some folks.
And how do people find out about where to go to find your classes?
So I have a Facebook page and I have a website, and it's Dance with Heidi. So I'm Heidi. I want you to dance with me. I think that's easy for people to remember. You just look for Dance with Heidi, and all the information is there with the links to Zoom and how to get on the meeting. You can tell I've been doing this for my day job too, for class.
and just in case we don't have it on there, what types of classes do you offer?
So right now I just have 2. So I'm doing Tuesday night is ballet, and that's appropriate for any level. It's very beginner friendly. But if you're more advanced, I mean, everybody's got to do their plies and stuff. It's good for everyone. And then Wednesdays is my jazz night, and that's been a mixed bag. So tonight we're going to do a little jazz routine to some pop music. Next week we're going to do some musical theater. And so we're doing it's mixing it up for folks in case they like one type of music better than another.
And Michael joins us now. Okay, we're all going to dance together, right?
Dance, 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 dance. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Is that what that is?
I'm dancing. Chair dancing. That's the latest thing. Chair dancing.
Somebody needs to get out of the house.
I do need to get out of the house. See, I'm in my bunker, like Sharon's in her bunker.
All right, we're going to continue these behind the screens as we progress here.
Yes, we are. We're going to see what everybody's doing to keep themselves sane and healthy while keeping themselves isolated and during this incredible, strangest time of times.
It really is strange. All right, shall we do this all together? 3,
yes.
2, 1. It's Friday! All right, Michael, thank you. For more information, you can go to dancefabulousmadison.com. There's also information on their Facebook page. Just do a search for Dance Fabulous. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Happy Easter.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap, foil made in the USA since 1947.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plunge you into deep, depressive lows. Take you to uncontrollable highs. Or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction. Or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Hi, folks. Millions of people around the world are celebrating Passover or Easter this weekend. We take a look at how those holidays are changing because of COVID-19.
And how they could be affected by rain and snow, too. Join us Saturday at 5 and 8.
It isn't being evenly distributed.
With not enough COVID-19 tests to go around in Wisconsin, how are healthcare facilities making the call on who gets tested and who doesn't?
It's the fear of the unknown. Even these smaller towns need them.
News 3 Now investigates, Monday at 10.
Will be partly cloudy as we go through tonight. Overnight lows will be in the mid-30s. We'll be right back.
We know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your Free Mounds candy bar.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Everything from decks and pergolas to screen rooms, porch conversions, patio rooms, sunrooms, and our new life room with retractable screens are on sale now. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Get a new view from CoolView. To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
We're learning that life goes on amid the pandemic, and sometimes you just need to get your mind off of things and escape for a bit.
That's where Lola and Louie come to the rescue. They have the top animal stories of the week in this week's edition of the News Hounds.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Lola and Louie.
This week on the News Hounds, it's the Panda Challenge.
A big birthday for a big girl.
And it's a meerkat Easter.
But first, it's the kitten's turn to roam the Georgia Aquarium. First it was penguins, then puppies, and now kittens. The aquarium is closed, so the Atlanta Humane Society brings critters over to check out the fish. The adorable kittens' names are Nemo, Guppy, Marlin, Bubbles, and Dory. Get it? All fish names? How cute are they? Also, the Humane Society wants to remind everyone there is no